Sometimes the planning runs late on this show, but we're so professional, you'd never notice. Tonight on About Tonight, writer and actor Jess Harris. I'm gonna let you read this name. Also this person, be they male or female. You can tell by the name. With your host, Victoria Healy.
Hey! Oh, wow! You guys are amazing! You're awesome! Oh my gosh, have you seen this? I don't know either. You're amazing! Incredible! Oh, almost unbelievable! Oh, how'd we fit you all into this tiny Channel 31 studio? You must be thin, very, very thin, like you don't exist. There's nothing to you. Oh, well. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be hosting About Tonight tonight. But first of all, before I go any further, I have to thank the warm-up guy. Now, this is not usually what you do in TV land. I'm breaking with convention, but this audience, they're just so hot right now. You guys are on fire. You're amazing. Look at you guys. All right. Stay back. So big round of applause though for our warm-up guy, Dave Hughes. He was amazing. He was incredible. Yep. Now you can catch him around Melbourne, performing around Melbourne. I'm sure you'll see a lot of him in the future. So before I go any further as well, I've got to welcome those people watching at home. This is for you. We do have an amazing live audience in the studio tonight, but all right, calm down. This is for you guys, you know. They're on your couch or tucked up in bed and a big hello to those people who've gone to the super duper effort of turning their TV right up to the full, aiming the TV at the ensuite door, with the ensuite door just ajar a little so they can watch this top quality entertainment program while sitting on the toilet. Oh, that's amazing. What was that? I can hear you. Oh dear. Look, I'm just like you guys. I would be doing that if I was at home. Well, no, I actually have a TV in the toilet, you know. I'm kind of a big deal, so I've got a TV in every room in the house, like Daryl Summers himself. Now, before I came on the show tonight, I also got some advice from a friend because I'm going to be meeting some of Australia's TV royalty today. And so I got some advice from a friend. She said, make sure you make a good first impression. Give them a firm handshake because it's very professional, it's what's expected, and it's universally accepted. Everyone accepts a handshake. Really though? I once had a guy refuse to shake my hand because he said, in some cultures, men don't shake the hands of women. He was Italian. I was expecting him to push me up against the wall and make out with my face. But you just don't get that sort of service anymore at Crust Pizza. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, thank you. Look, I am so excited about this show. We have amazing lineup. We have TV legend Roland Roccoccioli on the show tonight. We also have TV's very own 20-something gal, it's Jess Harris on the show. Plus some of my favourite comedians from around Melbourne. And please, so let's get on with the show. Take it away, Caleb and the Ray Finkel Band. Now, before we get started, we better bring on my favourite comedian in Melbourne at the moment. He's a good friend of mine, here to chat about life. Please put your hands together and welcome Peter Jones.
Hey, Vic.
How are you? Firm handshake. There we go. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going great. How are you going?
I don't know.
You ready for this, your big TV debut?
What are you talking about? I'm a big TV star. I've done many shows.
What have you been on?
I've been on Channel 31 before, my own.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
This is we don't need.
Don't need to go through your resume right now?
You're doing a bit of a flip.
Yeah, you're right.
You're doing a cheeky flip.
I have.
I'm here to talk to you.
Go on.
All right, I want to talk to you about something.
Mm-hmm.
I know your situation at the moment, unemployment.
Bit rough.
But it's because it's May, and May is bloody bullshit.
You're right.
Would you agree?
Why?
Because nothing happens in May. We're balls deep in the year already.
We definitely
can't go
balls
back.
Deep in this year. Go on.
We can't go
Yeah.
back to Fabulous Feb, can we?
No.
No.
Not at this point.
We've got to look to the future. Where exciting things happen in June, July, August, but May, oh God, it's like we're treading water. And you know, this show is airing on a 18th of May.
Yeah.
The boringest of the days. I've got all my diaries here to prove it.
These are what diaries are these?
These are all my diaries
Every diary you've ever had?
that I could find in the limited time. I've got it goes back to 96 we've got here. We've got some school diaries, some university diaries. Ones when I was pick a year.
Can I read it?
Right, no, not that one. no. Go to page 18.
Page 18? May 18th?
May 18th. What does May 18th say?
It has a picture. Oh, here he goes. Is your handwriting? What does that say?
I was still.
I hate Jade. Wait.
Wait.
When we won netball and the girl I was on was a bitch. I hate Jade.
Shh, I still know her.
Oh, that's all changed. My favourite though, I like Sunday the 19th of May because things turn around. The whole year changes after this point. Bowling was cool.
IMF, thank you very much.
Excellent. Actually, can I keep that?
No, are you going to be reading from that the whole time?
Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm going to do.
Oh my God, there is some very personal stuff in that, so please.
Find it? Correct, I will.
Look, I want to prove something to you, Peter Jones.
Yes.
I want to prove that nothing happens on May 18th.
Prove it.
I went online. I went to history.com, which is it's like the Wikipedia of history. Of dates.
Yeah.
Much
like Wikipedia is.
Yeah. Well, this is the way it's collated, though. It's very good. You just type in the date and it brings up what happens. All right. So here's my research.
Mm-hmm.
May 18th. Nothing happens. I like to call it Who Cares Day.
You realise this is airing on May 18th, right? Yeah. On Who Cares Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, so we're making something.
Oh, this is history.
This is significant. Okay. So, Lincoln was nominated for presidency. Turned out...
Meaningless.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing. The Lotus car manufacturer debuted at the Grand Prix in '58. Who cares? Now, this one's interesting. Mount St. Helens erupted. To be fair, the most famous of the volcanoes.
Is it?
Well, it could. I reckon it is because...
What about Vesuvius?
Exactly. and that weird one in Iceland.
Yeah.
That no one can pronounce. So there's that one. And you'll like this one because you're a movie buff.
Oh, yeah.
2001, Shrek was released.
You're right, I did like that one.
Did you?
No.
So look, Shrek was meh to me. I didn't like it that much. It was all right.
It's no Shrek 2.
It's no Ace Ventura, but we're not going to get into that. The only thing of significance that happened today is that it is Tina Fey's birthday. Tina Fey,
look at her.
Queen of Comedy, right there. Big round of applause. Tina Fey, it is her birthday today. So thank you so much, Tina, for birthing comedy for us women, because women weren't funny before Tina came along. Isn't that right?
No.
All right.
Feels wrong.
I have a game for you to play.
Oh, yeah?
I can't wait for you.
Is it find another date from your diary?
Can you read it before you say it?
No, I will. April the 8th, Monday. Nothing happened. Surprise, surprise. That's how I assume you wrote it.
It's so true. Nothing's changed. All right. How long do we have? 1 minute. I can't even tell the hands. It was 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Am I correct? Yep. All right, here we go. We're going to run through this.
Yeah, go.
We're playing the game.
Go on.
Is this a reality TV star or Polly's spouse?
My second favourite game after Yahtzee. Go on.
Okay, now you get the rules of the game in the title there.
Yes.
All right, here's your first person. Where should I aim this?
Is that a reality TV star or what's the second option?
A politician's spouse.
That is I'm going to say a politician's spouse.
Ooh, incorrect. No.
Oh,
It's
no.
Vicky Gunvalson, star of The Real Housewives of Orange County.
Do I lose or gain points because of this?
You just
continue living. All right, great.
She's the longest running member of the OC, RHOC, so there's a little factoid there. Next card. Here we go. Reality TV star or Polly's spouse?
I'm going to go with Polly's spouse on this one.
Oh, you're correct. Could you guess who?
I'm going to say it's the you know it is.
It's Kim Jong-un's
Exactly what I was going to say.
Kim Jong-un, who is apparently the supreme leader of North Korea.
What do you mean apparently?
Have you ever read anything about North Korea? It's all like hearsay because they can't confirm anything. It's all because we don't actually know.
It's not fictional.
No, it exists, but
We can confirm that now, live on air.
but we cannot confirm that is his actual spouse, wife. Anyway, let's move on. Who's this? Is this a reality TV star or a Polly's spouse?
I'm going to go with both.
She look.
Yes or no, Vic?
No.
Okay.
She is a politician's spouse.
Oh yeah, who's it?
She is the spouse of UK Labour MP Simon Danczuk.
Would have been my pick.
Her name is Karen. She does sell pictures of her boobs signed on eBay though, so she's an interesting character.
What a world we live in.
Yes, it's true. Do you know what your score is? I haven't been paying attention.
I think I've got 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. How about this? Do you know this one? Is this a reality TV star or a Polly's spouse?
That would be a Polly's spouse.
Do you know who it is?
No.
I thought you may have got it. It is Tim Matheson.
Who's that?
That is. But how did you get it if you didn't know who it was?
I'm just taking a wild guess. It's a 50-50 chance.
Okay. You've played games before. Julia Gillard's partner.
Julia Gillard?
Gillard. Remember her?
No.
Okay, this is interesting. All right, we've got one more for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Reality TV star or Polly's spouse?
Polly's spouse.
Correct!
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to take a guess at who it is?
No.
You sure?
I'm okay with that.
All right, it is rumoured to be Putin's girlfriend.
So not Polly's spouse then?
Well, what do you mean? Are we going to argue what a spouse is?
Is that something we can argue? Is it spouse, husband or wife?
A live-in partner. Hey, the rumour is, the latest is that she's just had his baby.
What rumours are these? Where are you reading this? Is this in your diary somewhere?
It's only confirmed by the Kremlin.
September 11th. Day off.
All right, that is it. That is it for our first segment.
Oh,
Thank
excellent.
you so
Did I win
much.
that game?
Yeah, big round of applause for Pete Jones. Oh, wow. They're amazing, aren't they?
They're great.
We're going to stick around for all of
I feel
our...
like I have to.
Please give me my diary
No,
back.
I'm not going to give you your diary
It's
back.
got a lock on it.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go to a commercial. You're gonna see some commercials, and then you're gonna come back after that and watch more amazing about tonight. So see you in a couple of seconds. Hey. back to the show About Tonight with your host, Victoria Healy, and my sidekick, Peter Jones. Remember him? He's pretty good.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
I think I do. What time is it?
It's mailbag time!
Yeah.
Mailman! Oh, hello. Here we go. Got some mail for us today?
Always. Making it rain letters.
What a letter.
Ah! Look at all the letters we have. Ah, excellent. All right.
These are all unmarked.
All right. First one, Dear About Tonight. I ate a bunch of sultanas, but one went down the wrong way. It was one of those ones that had the little hard bit at the end, you know, that shriveled up stem. And so I was wondering, if I stood in a bucket of dirt and watered my feet, how long until I can start selling my wee as wine? Sincerely, Sav Blank.
Well, they sound like a moron.
They're clearly taking the piss.
Oh, okay. I get it. That's a urine
good.
joke.
That was that was a pun, I think.
I'm not sure.
All right, we've got another one.
Oh, yeah?
Are you ready for
Are you
another
going to
one?
reply to this letter?
No, I don't give a shit about these people. They just keep on sending me letters like I care, but it's just entertainment, really.
These envelopes are empty.
Magic of TV. Shh,
I believe in nothing anymore. Read the next letter. What's the next letter?
All right, Dear About Tonight, or AT. Why do we take one day away from February every year, but only put one back on once every 4 years? Where do those other 3 days go? Who's hoarding them? Will we ever have a middle year soon where nothing happens and we're all just making up for lost time? Cheers, Walter Mondale.
Why is Walter Mondale writing to us about that issue?
Walter Mondale,
He ran for president in the 80s.
How do you know that?
Because he was vice president at one point.
I've never heard of this character, Walter Mondale.
Yeah.
Should I feel kind of like
An idiot?
really good? No.
Probably.
He's taking the time to write to me. That's amazing. Any idea for Walter?
Yeah, he just write back to him and say, from on June 17th in 1996, you thought, Estelle is really nice, but she smells because of her plate, and she is really weird. Ask him if that'll help with his issues with how many years we have left.
Oh my God. This is going to get me into so much trouble.
Especially with Estelle.
Too bad I don't see her anymore.
That's a shame.
Which is good. Hey, we've got one more letter.
What's the other letter?
Dear About Tonight. Sometimes when I close my eyes at night, all I can see and hear are the screams, the blood, the pure evil burning in the pit of his eyes. I can feel the hot kiss of sharp steel as it passes through the flesh of my arm, the hot stench of whiskey breath on the side of my neck, the flecks of spits flying inside my ear as he sneers, "This is all my fault, that if I tell anyone about this, the police will put me in jail for good." And I remember not crying. I remember how dry my eyes were at that moment, how defiant I was, how hard I hit him. And then I came to feel the rocks, the dry grass, the sticks, all digging into the soles of my feet as I ran away from there.
Is that from your diary?
This is real. This is one of these letters. His maniacal broken laughter fading into the night as the glow of fire grew brighter.
It's
And then I open my eyes and look at my own family and think about how long ago that seems. But I think a small part of me hasn't stopped running. I don't think it ever will. There's no distance great enough to put between me and that. And even though it's 30 years later on, I still can't sleep because I'm terrified that part of him still lives on inside me. And that one night I'll go to sleep and he'll wake up. Anyway, are you Team Zane or Team Louis? I'm torn. Thanks in kind, Miles Julian Roy Lance. Team Zane.
Obviously.
Clearly. Anyway, thank you for the mailbag. Thank you for those
Thanks, mail.
letters.
Thanks, the mail.
Thanks, mailman. We've got our first guest up for tonight.
Excellent.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm pumped.
Yeah, he is royalty. He is TV royalty. I can't wait to have him on our show. please put your hands together for the amazing Roland Roccoccioli. Yay!
What an entrance.
Welcome.
Oh,
Move away.
you in my seat. How do you do?
Yeah.
He's a living legend.
I know I am.
Hi.
That's not the best entrance I've ever had, though. The best one was on the footy show when I jumped out of Matthew Lloyd's 21st birthday cake.
Oh my
And he's been in therapy ever since. He's never recovered.
Matthew Lloyd.
Matthew Lloyd was 21 and I jumped out of his birthday cake. I'll never forget the look on his face. It was just absolute sheer blind panic. I don't think he had no... I think he thought, what is going to happen to me? Well, absolutely nothing, of course. But
So that's a Channel 9 production.
9, that was Channel 9.
And what are their resources like? You had a huge cake that I'm not saying anything about Channel 9.
Enormous cake,
Yeah.
enormous. Well, Channel 9 in those days was out in Richmond,
Yeah.
and so they had that enormous prop cage, and hundreds of people worked there. So this cake was, sort of 8 feet high, and all decorated, lots of icing, sugar, and all of those things on it. The vast was. But the best things sometimes come when you have no money.
Yeah.
You do the best things. The best Shakespeare that I've ever been involved with was probably productions where there was no money and people wore jeans and a skivvy, and what really mattered was the work.
The language.
And, yes, and the work that you're doing. It's not necessarily about whether the chair is well sprung, as this one isn't,
Oh.
But see, that's really unimportant. Except if you're sitting in it, it's not.
Are you comfortable? Can we
Obviously,
make this?
he's not.
We'll manage. We'll get by.
Oh, can we get in the pit?
No, it's
you're
lovely.
good.
Thank you. It's lovely.
Now I was
sorry, I
was online trying to do some research for this interview, and Roland, you've got no social media presence whatsoever.
No.
What can I get you on the tweets?
I've got Facebook. Oh no, I don't want to tweet.
No.
I went to the lavatory and all. I farted or something.
It's fascinating, especially from a star like you. We'd all love to know.
That. No, I don't want to know, and I don't want to read what other people are doing.
Oh,
See,
don't follow
I think
Victoria.
people are obsessed with celebrity. That's the problem. I think about people. It's like that awful Hilton girl, Paris Hilton,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
who's famous for being famous. Well, if I think about her, the only thing I really think about Paris Hilton is that photograph of her getting out of a car with no knickers on and flashing her fanny at the world.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And you think, well, is that what you're famous for?
Roland, that's the world we're living in these
I
days.
know, yeah.
And there's something
Well, it
about
seems
it.
I feel like
me.
Paris Hilton isn't famous at the moment.
She's fallen out. She's
Has
fallen
she?
out.
But Kim Kardashian.
Kim is back.
But for a big bum.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's fine, but I mean, what's it got to do? So that's why.
Aren't you fascinated?
No, I'm absolutely
but
not.
For our time, Kim Kardashian's bum is famous.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's so absurd.
Yeah, I know it. But see, what happens is that in the process of that, and just being serious for a moment, that people who are doing good stuff are neglected because they don't have a big bum or they're not flashing their bits and pieces at the world with no knickers on, and those who really want to do it. It's why Channel 31 is so important. That it's a training ground. You look out here and there are all these young people who are learning to be. There's nowhere else to go to learn to be a studio camera person these days.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so
true.
little live television. I don't know whether you have makeup, but I mean, the ABC used to train people. They don't do that anymore. You learn to be, there's a floor manager learning. Where do you go to learn to be a floor manager? So if you get rid of something like Channel 31, then you lose all of that training ground. And that's really important.
Yeah.
And I think that's much more important than seeing, what's her name, Paris Hilton's bits and pieces.
Is it as important as this diary
Oh,
entry?
is it? What is it?
The grade 6s went to the movies, but when we got there, the boys stood us up because we were a bit late. So we decided to go shopping. All of them are bastards.
How old were you, Victoria?
I was
Too old.
12, turning 13.
Oh, that
Such a
horrible
delicate
age.
age.
Here you
Isn't
go,
it
April
awful?
18th. The footy show is cool.
Oh, that's where I know you
Oh,
from.
I see. I did 10 years of that. That was one of the most interesting things I've ever done.
Can I ask, are you?
Yes.
I'm pretty surprised that show is still on air.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but I am, but I'm not. Like it feels like it's gotten even bigger, and it's so ridiculous because it's got the staples. It's got Sam's Mailbag, Street Talk, all these things where he's acting a lunatic, but we love it. People love it.
It's not as big now as it was.
Yeah.
In the 10 years that I did it with Ed and Sam and Trevor Marmalade, it was huge. But for me, it was extraordinary because I came from the theatre, really serious theatre, and Ed rang me and said, "Do you want to be on the Footy Show?" And I said yes, and he said, "Well, just a minute." I said, "No, I'll do it." And he said, "Well, pay your money." I said, "That's even better. To get paid is wonderful." He said, "You might have more to lose than we have to gain." And I don't see. I couldn't give a fat rat's clacker what anyone thinks about me. I'm not interested. And the chance to actually be on a program like that and meet people that I would never have contact with. I mean, and it was amazing. And on trams, I take public transport, and I don't have a car because you don't need one. So I get on and off trams, and I've had so many conversations with sort of beanie-clad, scarf-swathed, toothless men, fantastic. And they say, "Now, Roland, I'm not educated like you," and I say, "Don't worry about that. Let's just talk." And it's fascinating what you hear from them, and you realise that you become part of their life in a way that never would have been had I gone on doing more Ibsen, Shaw, Chekhov, and Shakespeare. They wouldn't know who I am. And wonderful things like standing on the corner of Toorak and Chapel Street at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, jammed packed, and you hear from a building, say, "Hey, Roland, we love you." Yeah. And I said, and I waved, and then he said, "What happened to the Footy Show? Did you get the arse?" And you think, that's wonderful contact with people that you wouldn't have normally.
Yeah. Oh, I loved you on that show, and we do miss you on that show as well.
It actually cured me of nerves. I don't have a nerve in my body anymore. I was, you'd get very apprehensive about doing anything, going on stage or whatever, but not anymore because it was live television, and you had to do things that sometimes really did fail. Yeah. I mean, I remember when Sam and I...
Imagine what that's like, Vic.
No rehearsal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would imagine stand-up comedy cures you of that as well, because you don't know what audiences are going to do. It's why working with all those actors who came through the war, they didn't have any nerves because they had to go and work in canteens and underground ammunition factories and no furniture, and they'd go into a room like this and there'd be 100 people and they'd say, "Do your play." So they'd just do the play for them with nothing, and that cures you of it. And so the energy that you put into being nervous can actually go into your performance, and that's what the Footy Show did for me.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to come on the show tonight, and hopefully we've got a new audience for you out here on Channel 31.
Thank you.
Huge audiences we sometimes get, so thank you so much.
My pleasure.
A big round of applause for Roland Roccoccioli. I'm so glad I could meet you.
My pleasure.
Stick around, we've got so many more guests coming up after the break, so stick around. We'll see you after the break. Yeah, see ya. Oh, that was perfect. I did the countdown. I'm like, I got it.
Did you get it right?
What an audience! You're incredible. Thank you. Welcome back to the show. Now, before we get on our next guest, I wanted to talk to Melbourne. I wanted to talk to Melbourne for a moment. Please join me over here as we talk to Melbourne. Because Melbourne, I want to know, Melbourne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Melbourne, May, this month is so goddamn boring. Stop trying to prove that you're still cool. Get out of here, tram.
What are you talking about? It's all happening in May. There's the Food and Wine Festival.
No, that's non-existent. That's happened. That's finished.
Comedy Festival.
Finished. Done.
Well, Fed Square's still there.
Fed Square.
Yeah, people are still wandering around there. I can feel it.
It's pissing down.
Yeah, they're not having a good time. There's other things. The trams are still just, singing along.
How often do you get a tram, Melbourne?
I have trams on me all the time. Actually, I've just remembered. The Jazz Festival, 28th. The Jazz Festival.
Jazz? No one gives a shit about jazz? Maybe Caleb. Do you care about jazz?
A little bit about jazz.
Yeah?
Just a little bit. They're not to give a thing about it.
Okay. Well, tell me about jazz.
Well, why don't I just let the Jazz Festival talk to you itself?
Hello, Jazz Festival?
Hello, Victoria Healy. This is the Jazz Festival.
Hi. What can I call you?
You can call me Jazzy LaRue.
Jazzy LaRue.
Right.
Tell me about your festival. Where
Well-
should I come down to the Jazz Festival?
This year we're gonna be, shouting it out to the sousaphone.
The sousaphone?
That's right, there's gonna be a lot of jibber jabber jibber jibber.
Do you mean the saxophone?
Not the saxophone, the sousaphone.
What's a sousaphone? How do you play it?
You put your lips on it and you give it a little jibber jibber dipper do.
Oh my gosh. Jazz Festival, I might see you there.
Okay, see you later, Victoria.
See you later.
Dippin' dippin' do.
Did he sound a lot like Bill Cosby?
He sounded very offensive, yes.
Jazz Festival, everyone check it out. Please, I'm very excited. We've got our next guest in the studio. Please give her a warm welcome, the creator and star of 20-something. It's Jess Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take a seat. What an amazing
Oh,
audience
gosh.
we have.
Look at
Packed.
them. Look at them all.
They're stacked. They're on fire.
They are wild.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, good. Really good.
Now, I know you because I know your sister.
Yeah,
your
you
sister,
do.
Nat
Harris.
who does a bit of stand-up.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, are you the reason she got into comedy?
No.
No?
Gosh, no. No, Nat's been doing, she blazed her own little trail. I've never done stand-up. I just hide behind the cameras and editing. And she is brave enough to get out there and do the stand-up.
Two sisters in one family doing comedy. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 of us girls and we're all exhibitionists. One's a dancer. We're all show-offs.
Well, wait, that doesn't make sense. 4 girls and
Yeah.
you're all outgoing show-offs? That's
Except
not how
for
it
the
works.
little one. The little one that I always feel like the youngest is always the best. They've got it right by the 4th one. And she's an outdoor adventurer. She teaches outdoor education. She's the purest, most beautiful person I've ever
Oh,
met.
you're such a nice sister. I don't have any sisters.
They're the best.
I've got brothers like Pete Jones who reads my diary.
Speaking of which,
Gosh.
this is probably why you're a lousy sister anyway. It's just, all right, this is from May.
Yeah, good.
1996. Well,
Is this legitimate?
Yeah.
This is real.
I brought in all my diaries to prove that nothing happens in May.
It's pink pen and there's lots of little pictures.
Look at them. Okay. I hate Mr. Dodd. He told me that's enough attention for today. Jade is trying to be my friend. I hate Jade, but she's being really nice to me.
Oh shit!
Who's Mr. Dodd?
And my year 7 maths teacher.
Oh my God.
Here's a better question. Who's Jade?
Yeah.
Jade is on almost every page of this
Your
revolting diary.
nemesis. You know who Jade is, don't you?
I've re-established a connection with her later
you're
in
kidding.
adulthood. Yeah.
And
look,
broken it again here tonight.
I
on the
know,
show.
You have.
Well, I
I know.
have. Yeah, you're right. It's my fault.
How was high school for you? Because I'm surprised that I wrote that because I thought
Is that high school? I thought
that's-
that was primary school.
No, 96. That's year 7.
The penmanship is shocking.
It's atrocious.
I was writing it in my bed. I'm the diary.
It's furious. Something's been struck out very
This one just says
furiously.
best Simpsons ever.
Yes.
Can we read something from another diary? I've got all my diaries
No.
here. Pick a year for me, Jess.
Oh gosh, 93.
I don't have. That's the oldest one.
This is
at
the oldest one?
96.
Yeah. Okay. What? 99.
99.
Where were you? 99.
I was in year 10.
Yeah.
Not that one.
I'll start to see.
98.
I just started to see
Oh,
for
there
you.
you go. 1999. Chili
can I have
Peppers. No.
Please.
No, you cannot. Here we go. I've got something
Oh,
G'd
you've
up.
already prepared. See? That's no good.
All right. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Yet you're willing to share it with
No,
everyone.
I know. This is August 23rd. It was a Monday, 1999. Guess what? My brother isn't going to uni next year. He doesn't have a job, and all he does is bet on the horses. What a fucknut, my friend writes. Why? Is that the 17-year-old? 18-year-old, actually. He's such a loser.
Oh my God.
This is so embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing, that's just mean. That's horrible.
These are so
And then when you
mean.
get out of school, you realise it's not that easy to find what you want to do with yourself.
I went, no. I went straight into uni. I've got all my uni diaries here, straight into drama.
Yeah, okay.
Can you tell? Yeah, it does seem a bit mean, doesn't it? Did you keep a diary as a child?
I did, and I burnt them all. I refound them and got rid of all of them.
That is such a smart idea.
It's so smart.
Do you know what I did in preparation for this show?
What?
Read all my old diaries.
Yeah.
Do you know how depressing that is?
So depressing.
I am so depressed.
Nostalgia's really, it's haunting as well. If it's good, you miss it. And if it's really bad, you're like, thank God it's gone. But
I'm totally mixed. I've got absolute horrible Vic in 1996 mixed with like, in 2007, like a message that my ex-boyfriend was arriving from Scotland. And
oh my God, how did you get a Scottish boyfriend?
I was in Scotland for a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah. But listen to this.
Writing to some Scot in jail, some sort of pen pal that...
Hey, they're not all criminals. They sent most of them here. I've got a list of things to get Josh before he arrives. A pocket-sized Melbourne map.
Cute.
Number 2, Met tickets, 10 by 2. Remember them? Condoms is number 3 on the list.
Oh my God.
Why number 3?
The map was more important. You didn't want him getting lost.
Yeah, and to find me, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then 4th is a lock.
For what?
I don't know.
Put your diaries in, hopefully. You don't want him finding these. Found these, he'd be on the next plane back to Scotland. This girl's crazy.
So yeah, there's nostalgia there. There's really like that. That's really.
That's funny. It's like Penny
lovely.
Pollard's diary. Remember those diaries where she had all the...
Penny Pollard. Is that?
Maybe I'm too old. That's all right. Don't worry about it. It was a book, and it was her diary, and they sold it. But you could print these, is what I'm saying.
Kind of like Anne Frank's.
No, nothing like that.
This is very similar to Anne Frank's.
It's haunting.
This
I'll
one, this is from October in '96. Went to Warrnambool and the drive was crap. Then the day after.
I went to Warrnambool on the weekend. It is a long drive.
It is 4 hours.
It's a nightmare.
The next day, today was pretty crap as well. And the third day, the drive back was even worse.
Oh,
I felt so sick. Just like Anne Frank.
So you're writing all the
Peter.
highlights.
Yeah.
You know? You're really focusing on the positive, on the things that are going well.
Hey, Jess, we got to go to a break, but can you stick around and chat to us after the break?
Totally.
All right. We're going to go to a break. Oh, this is classic, isn't it? But tune in after, because we got way more to go with our fabulous guest, Jess Harris. Thank you. Yeah, that's a signing off.
I love the guitar.
What an audience! They're amazing. You guys are awesome. Welcome back to About Tonight with me, Victoria Healy, and Jess Harris.
This is a bit of a power play. My chair's so low.
Oh, but I don't feel
You're
that.
towering above me up there in that desk, and I feel...
That is true, but if we want to talk about body language, you've got a very open body language there. I'm hidden behind this desk because I've got secrets.
Yeah, you're hiding stuff. You've got empty envelopes. Beautiful picture of Tina Fey.
Yes. Do you know why we've got that here today? It's
She's
because
your idol?
Isn't she everyone's
Yes.
idol? Yes, it is. But May 18th today, tonight, it's her birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tina.
I know.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Such an inspiration. Such a trailblazer.
Yeah, exactly.
She's beautiful, she's funny, she's smart.
She blew the lid off the glass ceiling.
Didn't she?
Yeah.
Didn't she? Yeah.
Now, I would...
That's true.
See, my body language is angling away from you.
Yeah, that's fair
you don't
enough,
agree.
I would be confident to say that you yourself just blew the lid off the glass ceiling.
I don't know, but no, I think that's...
How many glass ceilings are there?
Yeah. A small little tiny glass ceiling.
There is. Do you know the what it is? Like there are many glass ceilings. We don't know how many glass
Multi-layers.
ceilings. Multi.
So you hit one and then you come up and you're like, oh shit, there's another one that you got to get through.
Yeah, and I reckon Tina's smashed through
She smashed
a
through.
shitload.
Yeah.
you yourself have smashed through a couple. You wrote, am I correct?
Yeah.
Wrote, starred, created your own TV show. What is that like? That's amazing.
Well, it started on Channel 31 years ago, and it was just, well, I wanted to make a show and I wanted to learn on my feet, as what everyone here is doing at 31, and so I just decided to, sort of waiting to be given an acting role, to write a role, and so me and my best mate Josh, I wrote a series. It was called Twentysomething. We were in our 20s. We didn't try and stretch too far from what we were going through, and so we wrote a show about struggling in 20s and shot it, self-funded it, and aired it on Channel 31. And then the ABC saw that. Then it got picked up and we remade it for the ABC too. And then we did 2 seasons of that.
That's commendable. Just because, because me and Pete, we're both stand-ups, and we've got a lot of projects that we want to be a part of. But just to keep committed to that one project and see it through, that's amazing. Yeah. What keeps you going?
Well, it was a lot of work, and it was also, I guess what kept us going was that, and it sounds really corny, but I wasn't focused on the outcome. I had no idea where it was going to go. This is when we were doing it on Channel 31. I legitimately was doing it to upskill myself and educate myself. And and again, that's what everyone here at Channel 31 is doing, which is why it's so important that it stays around, because I know that it's going to go on to online. But I just really believe that there was such a gap between wanting to get out there and create stuff, and then, but not knowing how to get there. Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to learn. Some friends had a show at the time on air, and I said, can you send me through a template of a call sheet? Oh. And so I just cut and pasted the call sheet, and scripted it myself. So that way I learned how to call sheet a whole day, and then we condensed it down to 3-day shoots. Funded it completely myself, just on waitressing wages. Funded it was buying clean skin bottles of wine to thank people, and buy tapes, because it was on tape, and we shot it just. I'd rock up to my dad's house and be like, we're filming a scene right now, can you just sit in the background? I was like, but we can't have your face on it because you've already been in too many episodes, so we're just going to get the back of your head, hold a can and watch the telly, and we're just acting behind him. And you're just like, okay. So it was just constantly that for 2 years. And then we edited together 6 episodes, and then I just sat down, called up Channel 31 and was like, I've got 6 episodes of a telly show that I want to put on your station. How do I get it on the telly box? And
they were
they were a bit apprehensive, and then we sent it, and they're like, yeah, great. And then RMITV helped us pay the broadcasting fee, and that was that.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So it is just enjoying making it. We had the time of our life. It was stressful. We stayed committed to it for, it took 2 years. It's not glamorous at all, and it's hard work.
Question. Are you still BFFs with Josh?
Yes, totally.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
100%. Yeah.
Come on, the strain.
Yeah,
profession.
Totally. It took a strain, yeah. But then, the first season, it was a bit like, you're trying to prove yourself, and it gets all scary because it's serious all of a sudden. You've got legitimate investors, and you don't want to stuff it up. And so then season 2, we were like, we know a bit more what we're doing, and we were able to have a bit more fun with it. Yeah. And then we ended up being able to go overseas and film overseas, because we did a little web series to bridge the gap between season 1 and season 2. Yeah. And so we were over in Europe shooting and it felt like we were back to the Channel 31 days, because it was just the same cameraman we used in Channel 31. Yeah. We bringing him back and flew to Europe and was just running around, and it was just the most amazing experience. So incredible.
Gosh. That is amazing, isn't it?
Let's take this to Europe, Vic. You
yeah.
and me.
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's go to Paris.
Can you leave my diary?
Yeah, let's do this in Paris.
You can get these over with excess luggage.
Oh my gosh.
There's the diary.
That's the diary sounds.
Here's some diary.
Yeah. Do we want to hear something?
Diary time.
From 2007 again. Oh, this one's interesting.
Yeah.
I went to see a Chinese medicine man. That's how I've written it in.
That's strange.
11 a.m. was my appointment, and the only advice he gave me was no chocolate.
Oh, it's bad news.
Bad news. That was 2007. That's
what was
8
your ailment?
years. Oh, everything.
Did you stop?
That's not my ailment. I have 3 different types of chocolate on the go at the moment.
Really?
I've got a Cadbury's.
Yeah.
I've got a Lindor box.
Yeah.
you know, the balls.
Yeah.
And I've also got the block of lint.
Yeah.
I can't live my life without chocolate.
Yeah.
So go away, Chinese medicine man. You're done. You're done.
Totally.
Before we go, I want to also, like, this Channel 31, it's an amazing institution.
Totally.
And I just heard the news. This blows my mind. If the government follows through and turns Channel 31 off, which is stupid, it would just be static. Like, they would just, like, the channel would still be there, but it would just be playing static.
Yeah. Till 2019, so I think that the plan is, it's just like, well, if it's not being used, how about we just keep doing a little bit more of this?
That's ridiculous.
It is really ridiculous. It's really exposing too, because it sort of just seems a bit like, nah, just get rid of it. And then when you say things like that, you go, oh yeah, you just want us gone.
And the amazing thing is, like, there are so many people dedicated to it. I mean, you've come back here today and...
Oh, I love it. And it really sounds... I know everyone says it, but this sort of work, like what you guys are doing now here with no expectations, no money really. It's the funnest time. It is where you can just be really experimental and learn. And it's putting it online, like maybe, eventually that's where it's going to go. But right now, that sitting down and just flicking through the channels and discovering something, that's where people watch shows like this. Like, because I don't know, even shows with ours, it was just sort of a really simple little cute narrative, and if you find it, you like it, but I don't think you're going to search the internet for, for shows like that. The internet sort of, you got to have something that makes it really searchable, and then if it becomes a sensation, it just rolls. And so everyone's looking for that. Yeah. But you don't want to lose that the excitement of having your show on the telly. TV. And just sitting around just flicking through and finding it. That's what it's about. That's what it's,
I can't shake that habit of 6 o'clock. TV goes on, and like I will watch the most whatever boring stuff, but it's TV time. I'm surprised you didn't pick that up in my diary entries actually, or the TV
The Simpsons.
watching.
You love The Simpsons.
Yeah, there is a lot of Simpsons in here.
I do like
and
the
also,
old lockable one as well.
Yeah,
so many cutouts of just TV Hits magazine.
Yeah,
it's just like just the lyrics to.
Any guys you've got crushes on in there?
No.
Really? That's
I haven't
juicy
found any
stuff.
as yet.
That's what you want.
I was only.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Well, we're getting the wrap-up side from our
diary away.
The diary away.
So no more diary entries.
Right.
So please make sure that you do support Channel 31. I mean, you've tuned into this show, so I know you're a fan of Channel 31. So you can show your support by tweeting or Facebooking, getting on your social medias and telling the government to commit to community TV. Hashtag commit to community TV. Make sure you tag Malcolm Turnbull. He's the guy who's got the flick of the switch. So get him, hassle him big time. He's annoying. He's all right. I know.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
He's clearly not.
No,
stay focused.
No, he's not. He's a liberal, isn't he?
He is.
Nah. All right. Let's thank you, our big, amazing guest, Jess Harris. She was awesome.
You call me big.
A big star, Jess Harris. And we'll see you after the break. Welcome back to About Tonight with your host, me, Victoria Healy. Now, I'm very excited because a friend of mine, an amazing stand-up comedian, has dropped in to the show. Big round of applause to Sonia Diorio.
Hi.
Hi,
everyone.
You're here to
talk about my idol.
Yes,
I'm
our
so
idol.
Excited to be on television on the day that my biggest idol was born. She's incredible. She has, been on TV, film, won awards, done it all.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's our hero.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I just want to say a big happy birthday to Jessica Watson.
What?
I love you. You're my biggest idol.
Jessica Watson?
Yeah, she was born today on the 18th. Do you know her, right?
What, the girl that sailed around the world?
Yeah, she only sailed around the entire globe on her own.
But it's Tina Fey's birthday.
Southern Hemisphere only.
Tina Fey?
Yeah, it's Jessica Watson's birthday too.
But okay, all
My
right.
biggest idol.
You don't. Is it
Biggest comedy idol.
comedy idol?
Yeah.
How did she possibly inspire your comedy?
Well, you know, she's out there sailing, a wave hits her, that's like getting a heckle. She just keeps going though, you know? She's not going backstage to cry, because there is no backstage on a boat. There's no stage either. She doesn't need one. Good on you, Jessica.
This is very interesting because Tina Fey has just broke the glass ceiling when it comes to women in comedy. So this is very surprising news.
How old is she? But did you realise that Jessica Watson was only 16 when she sailed around the entire globe on her own? Technically, Southern Hemisphere only.
Is that a significance? What did Magellan do?
Who is that?
Magellan, he's the first guy that did it. Anyway, but it's Tina Fey's birthday. She's won 2 Golden Globes, 5 Emmys, 4 SAG Awards.
I'm
SAG
sorry.
award.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Young Australian of the Year? Or does that mean nothing to you?
Australia? Who gives a shit about Australia?
Me? Because that's where we are.
But
and that's where Jessica Watson is. Good on you.
But okay, Tina Fey, first female head writer on Saturday Night Live, a global institution for comedy
you know
writing.
what? According to jessicawatson.com, this website is unavailable. So, whatever.
Well, okay.
I just can't tell you how much she inspires me. You know, she got a lot of criticism when she got back. Yeah, apparently the orthodontic route that she took was incorrect, so she didn't qualify for the whole round the world trip. Now,
are you serious?
Yes, I don't know what that means, but I know that it's bullshit.
That would be like if Tina Fey won an award, like her 37 awards that she's won, but for the whole time she didn't actually write it.
Yeah.
But she is. There's proof.
Yeah, but do you understand what she's been through? She had the glory snatched from her.
What is that music?
I don't know.
Oh my
is
God.
It Jessica? Oh no.
Oh my God! It's Conchita, last year's winner of Eurovision. What are you doing here, Conchita?
I'm very, very mad at you, Victoria Healy. I'm so mad at you.
Why, Conchita?
How dare you? How dare you dedicate an entire show to bagging out the month of May?
Well, yeah, nothing happens in May.
Nothing
May is
happens.
boring.
Are you serious? May is when I became the winner of Eurovision, Europe's biggest song contest.
Of course, yeah, all right, that's a bit of significance there. Yeah, I do recall that. That was quite good.
Exactly. So how dare you say that nothing happens in May? I'm a huge star. And I wasn't always a huge star, Victoria. May I tell you a story, Victoria Healy?
Yes, go on.
When I was in my small hometown in Austria, I was not popular. I was bullied as a little girl, whatever I was. And when I was silly and when I was being a brat, they would say, Conchita Wurst, you are the worst. You're the brat worst.
Hey, Conchita.
Yes?
While I've got you here, thank you so much for coming into the studio.
Oh, thank you, no worries.
While I've got you here, who's your hot tip for this year's Eurovision?
Great question. I think the winner might be Guy Sebastian from Australia.
Is he legible?
I have no idea. He is legible. His writing is very, very good.
Is he is he allowed to win?
He is, because I said so. Because I am Conchita Wurst.
You do you embody Eurovision. To think I forgot about Eurovision, the biggest of all the visions.
Exactly. May I tell you another story?
There's regular side, and then there's Eurovision.
Hey, Conchita.
Yes.
While we've got you here, this is so amazing. Could we hear your famous song,
Of
Rise
course.
Like a Phoenix?
on almost the anniversary of my win, I would love to sing for you right now with my actual voice.
That's it for About Tonight as well, I think. We're going to go out to this, so... Big thank you to Pete Jones, Sonia Diorio, our big guest Roland Roccoccioli, and Jess Harris, and of course Conchita.
What about Jade? Thank Jade.
No, she's a bit.
Now we all know this, we can join in. Look at this, amazing.
Your business, act as if you're free. No one could have witnessed what you did to me, 'cause you wouldn't know me today, and you have got to see to believe. From the fading light of life, rise like a phoenix, all of the ashes seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you will want. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn, I rise up to the sky. You threw me down, but I'm gonna fly. Rise like a phoenix, out of the ashes seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you will want. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn, you know I will rise like a phoenix, but you're my
Oh, get out of here, Jessica. Look at her. She's got a fucking mouth sore. What do you call it?
Lipstick.
She's worse